Word, son, what do you do, YouTube? It's your boy, Jay Divine. Alright, man, before we get into this video, make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread the links, because you know how I do. If you haven't already, then hit the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, man, I want to show you guys the difference between Madden 17, a game that came out on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I want to show you guys the difference between that game and that generation of consoles versus Madden 23 and the current generation of consoles that we're in right now. So what I want you guys to do is sit back, chill, take a pee break, pause the video, get you some popcorn, because you know how I do. But like I said, without further ado, man, let's get up into it. So recently, I just quit my last official final league. There we go. That's what I was trying to say. So yeah, I was done. And this clip that you see right here, I got looped up. Madden 23 is it's so bad I can't get my words out. But no, seriously, it's so bad that it's broken beyond repair. You know, when you look at this game, and I went back to Madden 17 and I realized that we have now gotten to a point where guys are just way too comfortable making some of these passes. You seen that pass literally went right over my head, and I click on the guy to make him pick the ball off because, let's be honest here, if you rely on computer to pick the ball off 9 times out of 10, matter of fact, 11 times out of 10, they're always going to swat the ball down. If not, they're always going to do something to the point where they can't really necessarily catch the ball, so they'll just let it hit him and then call it an incomplete pass, whatever. So, you know, it made me mad because, first of all, you throw the ball over my head. That was a bad pass. You throw the ball over my head, 1. 2, you make it seem like when I try to click on the guy, you don't allow me to try to pick the ball off. So aside from that, you still let him make that pass over me, and you just let guys feel like they can do whatever they want because you've dumbed down the pass coverage to the point where if a pass like this goes over one of my guys' heads, you've dumbed the linebackers down to the point where they don't react unless they're Fred Warner or Micah Parsons or some linebacker that has the abilities that allow you to pick the ball off as if you're a DB from anywhere in any angle. He can contort his body however he wants to. But if he's not that, then he's just as good as a brick wall, just standing there not doing nothing. You got DBs that don't react, they don't anticipate, and you've seen several videos on that. You've seen plenty of videos I've talked about that. So I want to show you guys this Madden 17 clip, and I got a bunch of them. Maybe I got a good handful of them, but between cover 2 and cover 3, which most of the time when guys are running these types of plays, I know what adjustments need to be done. You know what I'm saying? If I know that a guy's going to run something across the middle, I know that I need to have a guy in the mid read, and then at the same exact time, have something there to take away whatever it is he's trying to do. So what I want to show you guys is this is kind of sort of the same similar situation, not necessarily the same play, but the same similar situation. And I want you guys to pay attention that how much these guys are paying attention to what's going on in front of them. You see that a lot of my linebackers and of course, my DB is, you know, looking to see what's going on in the play, right? So you see that between the cover 3 and cover 2, you see that they're keeping the zones tight. You see that they're traveling to one zone to the end of the other zone. And you see how sometimes they anticipate, they think that he might throw it here, so I'm going to step up. You see that these guys will do everything in their power to make sure that they don't give up anything on their assignment. They make sure of that. So my question is, why is it not like this in Madden 23? Why are linebackers to the point where if they're not going to pick off passes, they at least have an idea of what they need to do in their zones, in their jobs? How come that you got DBs that are actually looking and turning their heads and pointing and looking over there? Same thing with linebackers. They're actually turning and looking, pointing their heads, because let's keep it a band here. You can't play every position. You know what I'm saying? If you got a guy who you know is going to throw underneath all day long, you're going to try to do something to the point where, okay, he's not going to be able to throw that underneath immediately. So let me try to take away some of his options. So therefore, you would do like how I would do it. Put a guy in the mid read or something like that, or put him in the yellow zone, whatever it is, move him over there, whatever it is you got to do. You're going to try to do everything in your power to try to cover that up, and then user at least a portion of that and then cover up something else, and hope that that person you put in that zone over there or whatever his assignment is, that he can cover his assignment. I didn't have to worry about that in Madden 17, 15, 16, and 25, or Madden 14, if you will. I didn't have to worry about that. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have to worry about any of that. If I felt like a guy was abusing my zone, then okay, cool. I just used it that side while everybody else was secure in their positions because he wasn't throwing it nowhere else other than that weak spot in that zone. But once I used it that, he was nervous to throw it anywhere else because he knew it would be a pick. So why is it that in Madden 17 and in previous Maddens, why is it that the zones are not tight like this? Let's go look back in Madden 23 for a second. Same scenario. You see that literally all of my guys will literally do the same exact thing. They all back up. And if you look at my linebackers and DBs. Look at my linebacker that I'm highlighting right now. You see he's not even turning his head. He's literally just looking at the quarterback. He doesn't have any kind of indication as to say, you know what? AJ Brown just ran right past me. So if he's not going to throw to him, then let me try to step up on this guy who's running this underneath or running a shorter end route. No, he doesn't do that. He stands there and just waits until the very last minute when the ball is coming out of my hand and Devontae Smith is going to catch the ball. Then he wants to do this last second. Oh, God. Oh, I didn't know he was going to throw it. Let me try to go. I'm too slow. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like you're playing on our intelligence. You're playing on our intelligence heavy. I'm sick and tired of going at Clint. I'm tired of doing it. Pretty sure if y'all follow me on Twitter, which, if you don't, go follow me on Twitter. Link description box down below. But if you don't follow me on Twitter, if you notice, I don't even go at Clint's head anymore. I don't. I stopped talking to Clint. He don't have me blocked. I didn't block him, but I quit talking to him because, there's only so much you can do. There's only so much you can say. There's only so much you can do. At the end of the day, he's just getting a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know people who will take it, above and beyond on the deep end, making it seem like, talk about family and making it personal. I don't believe in that. That's just a little too far. You know what I mean? I'll tell you how bad you are at your job and how terrible of a job you did at making the game, but I'm not finna make it personal and start talking about your family because that's a little too far, don't you think? So as far as that goes, I don't really have nothing else to say to Clint because it's obvious that you're not actually in the lab trying to make sure that this product is tighter. You're not trying to make sure that these zones are like this or make sure the logic is built like this. You're not trying to do that. You're not. You're honestly not, Clint, obviously. So there's no point in me even continuously sitting here trying to tell you the same thing I've been saying since Madden even came to the PS5 and Series X. I've been saying the same thing over and over and over and over and over, and obviously you're not listening. There's other things that you feel like is more important than making sure that defense should play the way it is. The war in the trenches is what it is. The blocking assignments, everything that requires football to be a cohesive product. You're not putting that in Madden. You're not doing it. This is disgusting to me. There's no reason why a game that is, Madden 23, will take it back a couple years. What's that? 6 years ago, you could probably say. There's no reason that a game 6 years ago has better coverage in zones. There's no reason for that. Whether it's cover 3, cover 2, no matter what it is. Because both of these clips you see, they're on cover 2 and cover 3. But there's no reason for a game that old, 6 years ago, to all of a sudden become... now it's like rudimentary to the point where now anybody can feel like they're Tom Brady. Anybody can feel like they can just throw a dot, quote unquote, at anybody because of the inconsistencies of this logic when it comes to zones. I hate it. It makes my blood boil. I hate it. That's why I push so hard for Maximum Football, Access Football. That's why I push so hard for these other football games. That's why I still talk about 2K5. That's why I still talk about 2K8. Because there's no reason why a game this old and a game this brand new with the most updated technology, there's no reason for you guys to slack on your job like this. There's no reason for you guys to instill this false sense of hope or this false sense of, you know what, I'm actually doing a great job. I'm untouchable when it comes to passing. Yeah, you're untouchable when it comes to passing. Why? Because I can't cover the entire field. I can't do that. So in turn, I have to give up something. I shouldn't have to, but I have to give up something now. Why? Because you guys don't have the logic tuned to where these linebackers and DBs aren't picking up on their assignment. That crap that you guys are trying to kick to us about, if a guy throws in a flat, they actually anticipate, that's a bunch of bull. The only way to get away with that is if you have your game plan set to where you're anticipating short passes. Anything above short, they're not going to do anything but still do the same thing you guys are seeing right now. And it's disgusting. I hate the game plans. I hate it. I hate the fact that you have to lock into a game plan. And that's another thing. You have to lock into a game plan and you're not able to switch it until after halftime. The second half is when you can switch it. But whatever it is you pick at first, that's locked in. That's a shame to me. You mean to tell me you can't change a game plan mid-game or mid-quarter or the next play because obviously this game plan ain't working? Are you serious? So now I have to sit here and I have to fight through my linebackers and DBs being dumbed down on the pass coverage because I didn't pick the right game plan, quote unquote. So this is where we're at with football, right? Obviously so, because there's no reason for this to happen. Madden 17 shouldn't be the standard of when it comes to coverage and zones and adjustments and all this stuff. It shouldn't be the standard. Madden 16 shouldn't be the standard. Madden 15 shouldn't be the standard. And Madden 15 was the one year that they actually focused on defense. That shouldn't be the standard. That I shouldn't have to be talking about a game that it's that old. I shouldn't have to talk about a game that is that old and use that as a reference point. Your own product, which once upon a time was also getting shit on. Your own product, your own old product has better zone coverage than your newest product with the most updated technology. That is piss poor work ethic. That shows me how much you guys have deteriorated from that point on to where we are now. It's disgusting. This entire company makes me sick. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I'm going to get up out of here. Make sure you hit the like button, comment, subscribe, share the word, spread links because you know how I do. I'm going to get up out of here, man. Show what Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.